With us now is our Public Affairs Officer, Jessica Cuchilla. So this is actually a position that a lot of members of our community are not aware that we have here in our city. Could you tell us a little bit about your position, what you do, and what it entails?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me today. So my responsibility is to inform, engage, and connect the community with our police department. And I do this by issuing press releases, coordinating press conferences, answering to the media, posting on our social media platforms, and our website.
You work a lot with our social media and navigate through that.
Absolutely. Social media is so important. As you know, when something happens, everybody goes to social media to find out what's going on. This is why it's very important for us to get timely information out to the public regarding road closures or major incidents, especially if we have actions for our public to take.
Well, and you're right. The minute something happens, everybody's on social media. What happened at this corner? What happened at this intersection? And there's a lot of speculation. So I can see why it's really important for you to go out there and put out factual information and just keep the community mellow and calm.
Absolutely. And it's also great because this allows us to keep our community informed, not only regarding things that are happening now, but preventional things. So for example, crime prevention or traffic safety information that we put out there is very important for our community to be aware and educated of things that they can do to prevent themselves from being a victim of a crime. We also like to post regarding special events, the good things that our officers do day in and day out. And this is just one of our platforms that we use to get our community involved with the police department and informed.
So our PD does a lot of community outreach, and you organize a lot of those events. Why don't you give us a few examples of some of those community outreach events and what your goal is?
So we host Coffee with the Cop a couple times a year throughout the entire city. This is a great event because our community, kids come out and they get a chance to talk to our officers, see the police vehicles. We also have presentations at school, senior centers regarding public safety. Our biggest event is National Night Out. We just hosted one a couple months ago here in our police department, and where we invited the community to come out and learn more about the departments, dispatch, our mountain unit, the HB1, the helicopter was here. And we also have booths that are informational and have so many fun giveaways for the public.
Is that where the officer repelled from the building?
Yes. We also have demos where our police officers demonstrate what they do. We had a petting zoo this year, a jumper, and for the first time we had touch truck. So the touch truck featured many vehicles from Public Works, Fire Department, Marine Safety, and the Police Department. It was such a great family-friendly event that just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to get to explore some of the vehicles you guys had out there, and the kids were in there and they were in awe, because to them, when they see these trucks out there, they're amazed by it, but to go in them, it's a totally different experience. So these community outreach events, how do they help with the community, build a relationship between the community and our police department?
It helps build trust. Most of the time when someone encounters an officer out in the fields, it's not a good one. They're asking for help. They need something from an officer. This type of events help the community and our officers engage in a one-on-one conversation. It's in a positive atmosphere, and kids love it. And our officers, they enjoy engaging with our community all the time. We're always looking for better ways to improve and be out there with our community. So Chief Para and many of our other officers or department personnel, we do meet and greets with businesses and neighborhoods. So this is something that we continue to do, and we just want to be out there with our community and the people that we serve.
Well, and going back to your point, most of the times whenever somebody has an encounter with a police officer, some kind of a traumatic event, it's not they're not in a good place. So having these outreach programs where they're more relaxed, I do agree, it helps significantly, and that trust is really important. So thank you for coming here. Now the community will understand. Our public affairs officer, it's a position that I wasn't even aware that existed in the city. So thank you for doing that and for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.